现在我们必须是超人. Now we must be superhuman. Deiform Buddha. November 18, 2008. The Chanyuan Celestials, armed with life-genuine values, are no longer ordinary people. They are superhumans. Our ultimate big boss is the greatest creator. With the greatest creator as our foundation and guided by Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, Sage Laozi, and Prophet Muhammad, we represent the most civilized, exceptional, rational, and wise beings on earth. In the future, humanity will be led and managed by the Chanyuan Celestials. Can we rely on the United Nations? Or on nations like the United States, China, Japan, Germany, or the United Kingdom? Can religions such as Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, or Hinduism guide us? What about political parties or spiritual leaders? None of these can truly lead humanity forward. Only Life-Genuine and the Chanyuan Celestials are capable of taking on this responsibility. Therefore, every celestial must become a superhuman, capable of leading as a president in their own right. To usher in the Life-Genuine era, a world where the worthy are not overlooked. The world is one family. No one picks up what isn't theirs on the road, and doors are left unlocked at night. Where harmony prevails and everyone lives joyfully, freely, and happily, we must step up as leaders. All powers must yield to Life-Genuine, and all people must live according to the guidance of the Chanyuan Celestials. What people understand, we will implement. What they do not understand, we will enforce. There is no room for negotiation. Humanity has endured millennia of suffering. This cannot continue. From the hands of the Chanyuan Celestials, a new world, a new era, a new way of life, and a new mode of living must emerge. The relationship between Life-Genuine as a whole and each individual celestial is akin to that of a transformer. Together, the celestials form a colossal entity. Separately, they are self-sufficient, functional units. Every celestial must now become a Xiefeng. Within Life-Genuine, Xiefeng continues to guide the celestials. Outside Life-Genuine, each celestial serves as a guide to the world. The current 500 celestials effectively embody 500 Xiefengs. We have organized 800 Chanyuan values from the Chanyuan corpus. These values not only define the worldview, values, and outlook on life and life of the celestials, but must also serve as the guiding framework for all of humanity. We will spread these ideas globally. According to the three elements of consciousness, structure, and energy, Life-Genuine's values represent the consciousness. From this consciousness, we must create a corresponding structure. Without structure, energy cannot be anchored. As outlined in the Life-Genuine overview, this structure includes a general director as the world president and 256 branch director as regional governors. Its operational program follows the design by the Yang Saint. Currently, Deiform Buddha oversees consciousness, Foshan Buddha handles overall leadership, Qiankuan Buddha designs the program, and Taiji Buddha oversees its operation, with each celestial finding their appropriate position within this framework. Good intentions alone are insufficient. Effective measures and methods are essential. History has shown us this. Buddhism and Christianity had good intentions, but without proper measures and methods, their impact was limited. Similarly, achieving the Life-Genuine era through force is impossible, as evidenced by the downfall of the Third Reich in Germany and Japan. Violent class struggles have also proven ineffective, as the failure of global communist movements illustrates. Authoritarian rule through religious governance is not the answer either, as shown by the current state of the Islamic world. Even democratic debate and voting fail to produce effective results, as demonstrated by the conditions of the United Nations and the United States. What we need is unified will combined with individual joy and freedom, an approach aligned with Life-Genuine's values. Faced with a fragmented humanity, how can we bring about unity of will? First, we must recognize that the era of humanity's future is undoubtedly the Life-Genuine era. This transformation is an inevitable, objective process, not subject to individual will. No person, organization, or nation can halt this trend. Our role as celestials is to facilitate this transformation. We do not rely on weapons, battles, or sacrifice. We implement change as if playing a household game, quietly and effortlessly, sitting, standing, lying down, or simply thinking. We eliminate potential threats from afar and address hidden dangers imperceptibly. Let me illustrate this with a recent example, verified by Songhai Buddha. Some time ago, Xiaoxi was slandering Life Changyuan and me, Xiefeng, on Buxuan. I told Songhai Buddha, "This individual is too brazen. Let's give him 3 days of angina as a reminder." Soon after, Xiaoxi disappeared from Buxuan. To confirm the miracle, I wrote an article titled "Without Xiaoxi's Arrogance, I'm Feeling Lonely," and posted a follow-up comment in our community asking if Xiaoxi's heart pain had subsided. A few days later, it was confirmed that Xiaoxi had indeed suffered heart issues. This is the power of thinking. I can cause blindness, deafness, bone fractures, illnesses, accidents, or even make individuals vanish. Those who oppose Life Changyuan will be silenced, and if necessary, driven to madness. I hope all celestials will develop this ability. Cleaning up the trash shouldn't fall on my shoulders alone. Together, we can create a beautiful homeland. Good remains good even if it appears evil. Evil remains evil even if it appears good. As long as we uphold Life Changyuan's values and act for the Life Changyuan era, all we do is righteous and correct. When practicing this mental power, begin with weaker targets. For example, make mice relocate, compel someone to turn around unexpectedly, or cause someone to laugh or cry without reason. Gradually align the world around you with your will. As a rule, avoid harming life unless absolutely necessary. Remember, all forces, material or non-material, have counterforces. Do not let these counterforces backfire. The theme of this article is that we must now become superhuman. We must escape the sea of suffering ourselves and save others from it. If we do not become superhuman, we are like clay Buddhas crossing a river, unable to protect ourselves. How to become superhuman? Start with those around you. Gradually influence everyone you interact with to live according to your will. The values of Life Changyuan. Confront obstacles by removing them mentally. Envision yourself piloting an airplane, crashing through barriers not physically but mentally. For kind, honest, simple, hardworking, and trustworthy individuals, offer them the greatest possible freedom and happiness. For the wicked, enforce the greatest possible constraints. Treat the righteous with righteous methods, and the wicked with strict methods. Never treat the righteous with strict methods, and never treat the wicked with righteous methods. When dealing with loved ones, use gentle persuasion to keep them happy every day, and exercise the greatest patience in waiting for their transformation. Avoid arguments and confrontation. Instead, take on more household chores, fulfill your responsibilities, and do your utmost to free yourself from any lingering concerns or attachments. Repay any debts as soon as possible, so your heart will be free of guilt. In this way, when the opportunity arises, we can depart for the Celestial Islands continent at any time. Remember, life is merely a brief journey of life through the human world, like playing a game. Incorporate everything into this game and play along. Congratulations to everyone for climbing over another great mountain. Submitting your homework was one such mountain. For those who have crossed it, let us continue our playful and joyful banter as we travel together toward the unfamiliar and distant lands. As for those who have not, let them stay on the other side of the mountain. Their ancestors, generation after generation, remained there their entire lives. Let them follow in their ancestors' footsteps. But as for us, we shall no longer be trapped in the cycle of reincarnation.